coming. It's 3 days before Christmas, so we know everybody's in a holiday and festive mood and got lots of other things to do. But you all chose to be here instead, where there's something that's very, very important to the Skid Row community. My name is General Jeff. I'm a proud Skid Row resident. I'm also a community activist here in Skid Row. I'm also the chair of the Skid Row Neighborhood Council Formation Committee, and I'm also the chair of the newly formed Los Angeles County Health Agency Integration Advisory Boards, and I'm also of the Subcommittee on Homelessness. So it's a lot of information, but we're going to get into that. This is a joint meeting of those two committees, and I have to be the chair of both. So we are going to speak in depth and give you all an update in terms of where we are as a community in regards to both the Skid Row Neighborhood Council and the status of homelessness as it relates to downtown politics, if you will, both in the city and the city of Los Angeles. Over here on the table to my far left, to your right, are letters of support from organizations, agencies, and individuals that have pretty much submitted letters of support for the Skid Row Neighborhood Council. We put it out there online. We've said who a lot of them are. Unfortunately, we didn't have access to the printer like we wanted to, so we only have a handful of them, but it's enough to show that there's overwhelming support for our Skid Row Neighborhood Council. I'm waiting for my committee member on the IAB Subcommittee on Homelessness, Mr. Enrique Peralta, who said that because of his medical ailments, he may be late to arrive. So, but with that, I said we got a house full and people still coming in. We definitely want to say, when we say 6 p.m. sharp, Skid Row is all about the business. And so when we say 6 p.m. sharp, we have to start on time. So as much as I would love to congregate and all of that, there's a lot to talk about. I don't want to be the only one talking. I'm not going to be. So we're definitely going to give each and every one of you a chance to talk if you so choose. We have to go over the ground rules for this meeting, a joint meeting, if you will. So as far as the Skid Row Neighborhood Council, it's all about being civil. Everybody's passionate, a lot of different perspectives, a lot of different reasons why, a lot of people with a lot of questions. We ask that you respect everyone's statement. This is not a venting session. It's not a debate. We're just here to exchange information and ideas. So, seeing that we don't have a whole staff here to accommodate everyone, it looks like I'm the chair, plus I'm also the sergeant at arms. Please don't make me resume that position, okay? Because this is a community forum. Everybody relax. I'm the only one in the suit and tie. Darn it! But that's what I had to do to kind of set the tone. So be it. And so also too, we got Bobby Buckets filming to my right, and we got Michael Blaze over here to the left. And feel free if you get it, and D'Andre's in the crowd. And we got other people that are, filming OG and a lot of other folks. This is public forum. So with that, let me, now that we've called the meeting to order, I'll get your question in a moment. Let me just read this now. This is a series of emails that have been going back and forth between myself and the County of Los Angeles. Again, because part of this meeting is connected to the city, if you will, through the neighborhood council process, even though we're not a neighborhood council officially, so we're not governed by the city of Los Angeles. So this is a community meeting about becoming a Skid Row Neighborhood Council. So this is a formation committee meeting, so let's be clear. The Skid Row Neighborhood Council does not yet exist. So therefore, we are not bound by any governance of the city of Los Angeles. However, the County of Los Angeles, I am on the board, the Integration Advisory Board for the LA County Health Agency. And so the Subcommittee on Homelessness is actual official, and it exists. So the parameters were not set. We've had 2 meetings with the IAB. And our second meeting was, we had one in October, we had one in November. In the meeting in November, I filed 2 motions. One motion was to be the chair, to start the Subcommittee on Homelessness. Excuse me, there's a lot going on. Got a lot of information to share with you all. So my first motion was to file a motion to start the Subcommittee on Homelessness. The second motion was for me to be the chair. And so that was approved, but there were no specific guidelines. So here's an email that I received recently from the County of Los Angeles. Hello, as shared with the IAB at the first meeting, Commission Services staff is not able to provide assistance for any of the IAB subcommittees, including attending the meeting, providing agendas, minutes, or research. However, we can accommodate the subcommittees by setting up teleconference meetings, subject to availability of the conference line if needed. If you decide to teleconference, please let the dates and the teleconference meeting will be arranged. We can also assist in directing the subcommittees to the various county departments who may have the information you're looking for. In this case, you may want to contact the lead for the Housing and Supportive Services for Homeless Consumers Priority Work Group. I have the name. And it goes on to say, please note that subcommittees are not public meetings subject to the Brown Act, and a room to accommodate the public is not required, nor does the meeting need to be run according to Robert's Rules of Order. You also do not need an agenda, but you can use one to assist with keeping your meeting organized and flowing. And it also says if you would like to report on subcommittee work at a future IAB meeting, you can email your request to the item to be placed on the agenda to our office. And so again, that means this is not a Brown Act meeting. This is a community meeting. And so as you can see, any paperwork, that's why there's no a lot of information being passed out to you, because I was trying to print all of this stuff for myself. First question of the night goes to the lady that's in the hand up for a moment. Yes?
My question is extremely important. So you're telling me that this is not an official Empowerment Congress neighborhood council meeting?
This has absolutely nothing to do with the Empowerment Congress. The Empowerment Congress, they have 5 different neighborhood councils. Okay, well this is Skid Row, we're not affiliated to Empowerment Congress.
I'm asking, that's what my question is.
And that's what I'm asking about.
This is not a neighborhood council under the Empowerment Congress structure?
No, ma'am. I don't think
You don't even know what that is?
No, I don't understand what you're trying to say as far as the structure. The neighborhood councils, all of the 96 neighborhood councils in the city of Los Angeles, and they're all directly underneath the Department of Neighborhood Empowerment in City Hall. There are no entities underneath neighborhood councils.
The neighborhood council structure that I'm speaking of
Yes.
is officially recognized by the city and also are labeled neighborhood council, official neighborhood councils under Empowerment Congress, which represent certain segments of geography of the city of LA.
Yeah, that's not correct, ma'am.
That's not what this is?
That's not what this is, and that's not correct.
Okay, so can you tell me what official connection this group has?
Okay, maybe you didn't get the agenda.
I have the agenda,
Oh.
I have all that.
Excellent. So on the top of...
Tell me what official connection this group has to the order of governance of the city. That's what I'm asking.
Thank you, ma'am, for your question. On the top of the agenda that you're holding, it says the Skid Row Neighborhood Council Formation Committee. That means we are not yet an official neighborhood council. We are beginning the process to become one. So while we are not one today, we will be one in the future. So this is a meeting to update the Skid Row community and any other people that are interested in what's going on in our community on what is going on with the process that we have to take to officially become a certified neighborhood council.
What governing body will you be presenting that to become official? What governing body will you be presenting that to become a recognized neighborhood council?
Just like all the other 96 neighborhood councils that currently exist, all neighborhood councils are underneath the Department of Neighborhood Empowerment, also known as Empower LA, at City Hall, 20th floor. Gracie Lou is the general manager of Dunn. Dunn is directly underneath BUNC, the Board of Neighborhood Commissioners. And the Board of Neighborhood Commissioners report directly to City Council Committee, Rules Intergovernmental Affairs Committee. And they report directly to the City Council of the City of Los Angeles. That's in City Hall, Room 350.
So as of right now, you're not that, but you're hoping to become that.
Right now, we are not that, and we are in process to becoming that, yes. Brother Deacon Alexander had a question.
Absolutely. The Empowerment Congress came under Martin Luther King.
Yes.
And the Parliament Congresses were the 6 different zones within his councilman district when he was city council. What he did is he took his individual
Thank you for coming.
empowerment congresses and turned them into neighborhood councils, which is a legitimate thing. And that's exactly what we're doing here today. We're not calling ourselves what he called himself. We are the formation committee. That formation committee will do exactly what Mark Whitley Thomas did, and that has eventually become a neighborhood council. I have one recommendation, Mr. Chair, and that's tonight, ratify you as the chair from this body. That's the first thing I would do. Secondly, what I would do is appoint a secretary in terms of official business of the formation.
Excellent recommendations. Excellent recommendations, Brother Deacon Alexander. Got a question for Kevin Michael Key.
Hey, Jack. I know that there are multiple meetings, multiple government entities. I would suggest that since most of us here, I believe, are about first and foremost the Skid Row Neighborhood Council Formation Committee, that maybe that be the beginning of our focus, and then we could, if there's time and the other issues could be secondary.
Thank you for your suggestion. French, Ms. Louise,
I just wanted to thank you for this because things take on and we need steps in order, and this is a step of order to be in order to present to the city. So thank you.
Thank you. Rick.
The way I hear it, this is the process. It's the formation of the foundations of neighborhood community council of our own.
Well said. So we're going to cut off the questions right now because we're just establishing the groundwork of where we will be building on. To answer Kevin Michael Key's question, I'm going to break that just now. Because my committee member, Mr. Peralta, is not here, and because the County of Los Angeles was unable to provide us with the answers that we needed, we will address the Subcommittee on Homelessness issues, but it will not be delayed. It will be briefly within, you see. We'll have plenty of time to focus on the Skid Row Neighborhood Council. So now, ladies and gentlemen, if we all can rise, because yesterday was the National Homeless Memorial Persons Day, and we want to recognize those in Skid Row who actually lost their lives in the past year, and we want to take a moment of silence for all of them who could not make it. Some of them probably could have wanted to come to this meeting. So we're going to take a moment. There are, by my count, over 100 names, 102 to be exact, this year. And every year since I've known, since the last 5 years, there's been over 100 people. So with Skid Row being a 50-block community, the ratio of more than 2 people per block dying every year on the streets of Skid Row. So with that, we're going to take a moment of silence. Thank you. Rest in peace, Thank you. So now,